The U.S. Open makes its debut appearance here at Chambers Bay, hard along the Puget Sound. Andy, a lot of conversation and reaction from players to this layout with a huge range. You've won this championship twice. We know how important it is to you. Your reaction the first time you stepped foot on this layout?
I think basically, Tom, that it wasn't a typical U.S. Open golf course. Usually the tree line, deep, wet roughs, very difficult to get the ball in play, and really firm, fast greens. This is a totally different concept. This is more like the Open Championship you'd see in Scotland. It's going to be firm and fast. And I think that's the problem with the players. And second of all, because no one's played here, you have no idea how they want to set the thing up. You have no idea what the winning score is. And players like to know, after you play your practice rounds, you have a pretty good sense of what the score might be. And then you can play your game plan around that score.
Different holes, different parts of this course sparking a lot of conversation, perhaps none more so than this hole right here, the par 3, number 9. Explain why, Andy.
Well, I think, first of all, this green is very typical of so many of the greens on this golf course. Huge undulations on this green and a giant bank on the left side of it so that the ball can ricochet all over the place. It's going to be very difficult to get your tee shot in the proper area of this green to get a good birdie putt. And speaking of the tee shot, you have to go way up the top of that hill. This shot plays 100 feet downhill, and with the wind swirling around against this hillside, it's going to be very, very difficult to get the ball anywhere near the hole. And this green is very, very firm. And now if you want to walk all the way down that hill to another tee that's well over 200 yards from the other tee, you play the hole at a totally different angle. About the same distance, but now it actually plays a couple of yards uphill, and the wind will be totally different. So it really gives the players a lot to think about and a lot of things to practice before they go into the championship.
Holes 1 and 18 also have an interesting dynamic. They can play as a par 4 or 5, Andy, dependent upon the day, and they won't know till they show up. Your reaction to that setup?
I don't like that at all. I want to know that I'm starting in the first hole and it's a par 5, and that's how I'm going to get my day started. You put a game plan together based on that. It's like a major league, we're going to decide to play 7 innings tomorrow instead of 9. You don't change the game. Let's play the same golf course every day.
And if you're looking for tree-lined fairways, you better go out to 16T, the only tree here at all of Chambers Bay. We'll see how it all unfolds starting very early Thursday morning. For Andy North, Tom Rinaldi.